Hi, folks, again. You are very welcome every time, and it's time to get started. Well, the item is the addiction, and what happened with there? Addiction is more than picking fewest day in the week, or picking fewest day every 15 days, or picking fewest days in the mall by drinking or by smoking. No, an addiction are more than it. An addiction is when you meet not for your own let this behavior, when need are the helping from others, and you Danny there. You are Danny that have not need the helping from anyone because you are becoming in the sliver from the truth. And God come here at the air by share the freedom. And God just sacrifice their owner soul by enhance in us what is the human free. And we have the right to go in at the store and drink and smoke, but then always and being responsible with their. And it's what God wish because we are free. But you may become an slaver, and the same substance will let know you get at the twinkling from life. And maybe you are not swampy in the walking from the every time. But what happened? That all was alive around yourself, and a decision you took will do so below the consequence from the sickness because it's a sickness. No, um, maybe you are not suffering there, and maybe you don't have any pigs because you're you are the only host we do so, and you are thinking it's not my problem that the others could feel guilty or illness for my behavior, but they really are suffering and they really are worried for you. And more than at the same early ones will be with yourself are not the only ones we get this illness in their psychological development. No, the old world are living there, and the old world are getting this hurting about the addiction. If you going right now at the browser, if you going right now at whatsoever your tool spend to surfing at the website, come and texting there about the consequence from addiction in the world and must be aware who many ones being smitten at the street and must be aware who others are dead because overdose and who at the violence in the war are rise up and who at the war are being trodden by these behaviors. Thousands of families, thousands of childs, and many others no great things happen because of addiction. Are consequence from the addiction. After at the world being blinded, they are a consequence from the addiction, and it's an reality. But you and me and everyone need get more skillfully what is a difference, and let not hear from anyone in any Christian church will embrace an addiction anytime because the Christian thinking is amongst an addiction because are not the same do so every single day that fuels because when you are reading the Mormon book, because when you are reading the Old Testament, the New Testament, must beware who are the followers for Christ and the same Christ within, but never in addiction. And it's important. But if you are there, we are alive in addiction today, don't be worried. If you know alive addiction, don't worry, are good. No, but if have friends with get an addiction, never in any time deny your heart. Keep quiet and keep slightly apart because could you become like him or like she? But then perhaps needing someone. And perhaps them instead watching by anyhow hidden. So, but if you are then that yourself alive today in addiction, don't be worried because you may just cut off like this and become your life and do so when really alone in the weekend or really alone in sometimes in the month not have any problem because there could happen everybody. Everybody could alive there, and anyone in the world should be worthy for instead to take in addiction because these are like us, each other could alive today. And important is recognize ourselves that this isn't a really and are really struggle in many forms, like the society, like the daily ones, and owner. And recognize there must be at only ship to arrive of and dying with that struggle. Well, in the other hand, gets few was Christian church where are amongst them which are smokers or we are drinking, but they are not stumbled. They are living other son of faith that isn't a Christian faith but are different because then they honor sacrifice and is good. And you, if one let off at addition living are great come here at this church where are more VIP by there where not are smokers or drinkers and you which alive on addiction could be great there by not do more this journey. They are not a stumble. Are they the way to feel their faith and share as a father and a sacrifice, and being an exemplar for the world that are not needed this funniest bunch but to get married. In the other hand, instead other congregations like the Rastafari, we are different. Them in many lands, for example, cannabis are unlawful and it's not great. Unlawful not because unbelief, unlawful because it's not allowed by the law and could be spent less in that land, but few do so. And although they believe the smoking there should get more fixing or more baffling feeling with God are great else. And the problem is when become an addict. For all the sun I know there just a minute before. Because I the society, because our daily wants, because and unbelievable things. that only must get the reason if you going at the browser and watching all the reels alive in the world for there. Well, remind, if you are just Christian, we not do so and we prefer alive with it and no smoker and no drinking are great. But have others way to offend God because when you are an addict, you offend God because God wish not you to be in addiction anytime, and it's an offense. But could be most bigger offense if you are not an addict but do other sons like stealing, like predating, and law is other offense by God. And if you be in those other congregation we are weeding with cannabis are not an offend God, but become addiction you do so. Remind, God come here to preaching, and Him and in the Holy Scriptures must get at the 20 you needed by equilibrium your soul are grown for. Well, thank you so much for watching and see you next time.